Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. This is part 3 of Granny gives her small kitchen a facelift. I know you've just been waiting with quivering anticipation to see this part, right? Well, I finished the trim around the door, each of the doors, and my window in the kitchen because I only have one single window in the kitchen. And I'm very, very pleased with the way it turned out. Now, remember I mentioned that I was going to do an extra coat of the primer, which I did, because previously when I was doing the beams, I did 1 coat of primer and I had to do 3 coats of the semi-gloss. And the semi-gloss is more expensive than the primer, and it doesn't go as far, so I thought, well, how about if I use 2 coats of the primer? I did that. I used 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of the semi-gloss, and it worked out great. Now you might say, well, it's still 4 coats. Well, yes, but one is more costly than the other. So that worked out really well. I was pleased, and I'm going to do that from now on. It doesn't take that much to do the primer, so I'm going to do that. Now then, my window got stuck a little bit, as you know, because when you paint the window, you kind of have to be careful and make sure that it doesn't stick, or have a way to unstick it. I did have to do that, but that's pretty common with the windows. And I did that, and then I took some DW40 and I put it down inside of the springs where the window goes up and down, because this is a house built in 1952. So the windows are original to the house, and I did that. And once I did the DW40, it was, wow, it just made a world of difference. So that was great. So I'm going to show you the results of my work, and then I'm going to tell you about the next phase of giving my small kitchen a facelift, and show you where I'm going to go from there. Now it's going to get, I think it's just going to get a little bit tougher, okay? But I'm up to it, and if you're up to it, stick with me, okay? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and be sure and push the notification bell so that you don't miss one exciting episode. Okay, I'm going to turn you around, and I'll show you where we're at. Aren't you excited? Alrighty, here is the entryway to my dining room, and I got that done. I got the window done. Now I think you can actually see the window frame because it is painted white. And I if you remember, I had paint on the windows. I didn't really protect it that much, but I did scrape it. And then some of that you see here, like that, that's the glazing on the window. So, but that's okay, that's on the outside. But I am very, very pleased with the way it looks. I think it just looks much, much better. I wish I had a little better lighting so you could see that, but that's okay. I think you get the gist of it. And here is the other door frame that comes in off of the back door. So you can see I'm making progress. Aren't you excited for me? All right, now then. This is the deal. This is what's going to happen next. I have the stove that is going to have to be pulled out away from the wall, because if you look down there, you can see that I've got trim back behind the stove. So the stove, but the tile goes all the way down to the trim. So I'm going to have to pull the stove out, get back there. I shudder. I shudder to think what it looks like back there, but it needs to be done anyway. So I'm going to get back there. I'm going to clean it all up, get out my crud cutter, and I'm going to get to work on that. And the stove is also, I think, a bit lighter weight and less cumbersome, I hope, than the refrigerator. And while I'm back there, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, as long as I have it pulled out, I'm going to prime the inside of the cabinet, and I'm going to paint that. And that way it's done. I mean, by the inside, I mean the outside between the stove, that's between the stove and the cabinet. I'm going to do that, and then that way that'll be done, and I don't have to pull it out again. Does that make sense to you? It makes sense to me. So now I'm going to have to pull out the refrigerator. For joy, for joy. Now, I don't know about you, but my refrigerator has not been pulled out in quite a while, and I'm afeared. I'm afeared of what's behind there. So, but it's got to be done. Now, the tile that you see there, the green tile, that also goes all the way down to the trim on the lower part of the wall. So I'm not going to have to do anything back there except scrub it up, clean it up really well, and clean and put the paint the trim, and that's it. And I'm going to do that, but I'm going to wait to do that until I get to this part of the paneling, because there's paneling back on the side of that refrigerator that's tucked back in there. That's going to have to all be done. So I'm going to make sure that I kind of save that till the last. But that's okay. It will get done. It's just going to be a matter of just moving it. Honestly, there's locks on this refrigerator. There's locks on the bottom wheels, and if I unlock them, it should glide out fairly easily, I hope. Although I did replace the refrigerator. I replaced all the appliances when I bought the house 5 years ago, but I have not pulled that out in quite a while. The reason being, the original replacement refrigerator that I purchased was a Lemon, and they actually, I purchased it locally, and they replaced it for me. And this is the replacement of the new one, and this was a new one. So the other one actually lasted less than a year. I don't know, it was just a Lemon. So then I will do the paneling and the trim. I'm going to give the paneling a quick sand, I think, just to be on the safe side before I prime it, and then I will get busy and paint it. So that is the plan. So just to reiterate, the stove is going to come out. I'm going to do the trim behind it. You can see there. And then I'm just going to work my way around, and I'm going to go around to the paneling, give it a good sand first, this area on this wall first. And then when I get that all done and painted and looking pretty, I'm going to go over here and I will start on this side because I will have to pull out the refrigerator. So that's the plan. Once I get that done, I will be able to, I can say that part is done. And that's a huge chunk right there, I think. I will be very, very pleased when that is finished. Then I think, now here's the tentative plan, then I think I will be putting a coat or two of paint on this suspended ceiling to brighten it up a little bit. It won't hurt it, it'll brighten it up. And then I will start on the walls here. That will not take long, but I want to get the ceiling painted before I do the walls. Make sense? Okay, I hope you like what you see so far, and listen, I hope this encourages you to spruce up your own, maybe there's a room you have in your home that is just, you know, not making you happy and it bothers you. I hope it encourages you to just jump in there and get yourself a can of paint and apply a little elbow grease and get that room done and looking wonderful. It will make you feel better in the long run. It really will. And it is some work, but that's okay. Take your time. You are not running a race. You're not on a decorating show on television in which they have to accomplish everything in 24 hours. It's just you and your own initiative and your own ideas, and when you see them come to fruition, it just makes you feel so happy. All right, listen, I love you. I thank you so much for watching and sticking with me on this. I'd like to say it's going to be speedy quick It is not going to be, because I'm just doing it as I can. And but also in between, I will be posting some cooking videos for you and show you some ways that you can save some money and to simplify your life. That's the whole purpose of Simple Food, Simple Life, is to simplify your life and make your life easier and less stressful. And you know, we can do that. We have the power to do that. Okay? All right, listen, I love ya. I will see you next time. And as always, you just remember that little is much when God is in it. All right. Love ya. Bye.